Hansel and Gretel summary interpretation. Hansel and Gretel is a fairy tale by Grimm brothers Jacob Ludwig Karl and Wilhelm Grimm. Once upon a time, there lived a woodcutter with his wife and 2 children. The children were Hansel, son, and Gretel, daughter. The woodcutter was so poor that the family didn't have much to eat. One day, the woodcutter talked to his wife about his problem. His wife, the stepmother of Hansel and Gretel, advised him to leave their children in the forest so that they will be eaten up by the wild animals. The woodcutter didn't like this idea, but he was forced to obey her advice. Hansel and Gretel heard their parents talking. The Hansel collected some pebbles and put them into their pocket. They decided to drop the pebbles on the way to the forest. The next morning, Hansel and Gretel left the forest by their parents. Hansel went on dropping the pebbles on the way. They were left on at the center of the forest. In the evening, when there was a full moon, Hansel and Gretel returned home following the pebbles. The stepmother becomes very much angry with them, but the father was happy. Again, the parent made another plan. The children were taken to the dark forest. This time Hansel rooped great bread pieces on the way. But when they tried to get back home, the bread pieces weren't seen on the way because they had already been eaten by the birds. Hansel and Gretel got lost in the forest. They became so much hungry. They wandered here and there. Meanwhile, they happened to saw a white bird singing song in a tree. The bird flew and the children followed it. At last, Hansel and Gretel saw a beautiful house made of sweet cakes. The hungry children started eating it. Suddenly, a witch made her appearance there in a house. The witch took the children inside the house and she took Hansel into the shack and locked from outside. Gretel was asked to do a difficult task. One day, Gretel very intelligently pushed the witch into the shed and to the oven where the witch was burned. Then, Gretel frees her brother Hansel. They saw a house full of jewel pearls and other valuable ornaments. Hansel and Gretel collected that ornament into their pocket and started for home. On the way, a duckling took them across the river by putting them on its back. The children ran and ran until they reached home. Hansel and Gretel gave the pearls and other valuable ornaments to their father. Getting valuable ornament, the father becomes happy. At last, they all become so much glad, but their stepmother had already been dead.